Reading and writing come hand in hand. They are a package deal. Writing about reading makes comprehension visible. It also helps readers frame and focus their understanding. Reading is important because it develops our thoughts, gives us endless knowledge and lessons to read while keeping our minds active. Reading books can help us learn, understand, and make us smarter. Not to mention the knowledge, vocabulary expansion, and thinking skills we develop. So read a good book like I did. Writing is an essential skill. Writing is the primary basis upon which one's work, learning, and intellect will be judged anywhere. Writing equips us with communication and thinking skills. Writing fosters our ability to explain and refine ideas to others and ourselves. That is essentially the importance of reading and writing. In English class, we were assigned a year-long project that is worth 15% of our final mark. For my reading options, I chose to read and analyze poems by Sarah Teasdale and a book by Charles Bukowski. Seeing the connections that related to society and the world truly changed my perspective. It showed me how far we progressed in society, economic-wise. This was mostly dominant in the documentary I watched about Marilyn Monroe in the 1900s. Women's pay grade were much lower than men because women were seen as incompetent, but thankfully it has raised significantly over the past decades. I also watched the classic film The Notebook, and the lessons and morals portrayed are quite self-explanatory. To me, the most meaningful reading option I've done is The Notebook. It's one of my favorite movies, and I just relate to the plot on a spiritual level. Parents typically want someone that is best for their child, but I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, my heart shows someone who is humble and loving even if they aren't financially set. And in most relationships, there are ups and downs. Some quit faster than the other partner, and they'll have to try really hard to keep the relationship. This was shown so well in a Notebook when Noah said,
"So it's not gonna be easy, it's gonna be really hard. And we're gonna have to work at this every day, but I wanna do that because I want you. I want all of you, forever, you and me, every day."
What he said is true. It was well said, straightforward, brutally honest with a purpose. As a reader, my vocabulary has broadened significantly. As well, reading provides insight on different opinions on important topics. I can now read and understand more complex media and books. Here are some memorable quotes. For my writing options, I made a spoken word on depression to clear up some misconceptions on mental illness. I made my own sonnets to express my emotions in formal writing, which I find fun. I wrote a speech on a global pandemic, which is the coronavirus, to cope with the loneliness that comes with quarantine. I wrote thank you cards in light of the current situation of the virus, afraid I'd miss my chances of expressing my last goodbyes to those who have had a significant impact in my life. The writing journey was probably the most fun, yet the hardest, since writing and phrasing my jumbled up thoughts is very challenging for me, let alone speaking out loud. The most meaningful writing option I've done is the sonnets. I poured my heart and soul into that, and it came out okay considering the lack of Shakespeare in my life. As a reader, I've grown to expand the creativity aspect of the brain, and nurture my motor skills, which can help me voice out my thoughts more fluently. This goes on to decrease writer's block, which increases the joy and satisfaction of writing. I learned that writing and reading go hand in hand, and that the important connection is that you need both in order to be a successful or well-versed, knowledgeable individual. You can't have one without having the other, and having the ability to perceive is just as important as creating. I found that reading expanded my vocabulary and thinking, which made the writing process much easier. Having the ability to understand and appreciate a written literary work is an important skill to have in creating your own work for yourself. Without appreciation for the craft itself, the meaning behind writing becomes muddied and indistinguishable. This whole journey has made me grow as a human being in so many ways. I've grown to have an even more open mind on controversial topics and events. Becoming open-minded has changed me for the better, making me see different sides I did not know existed. As such, educating me into becoming a better person. I hope my journey inspires you to create your own.